Nerds Corner podcast. We are back, slightly delayed in our continuation of this, but we're going to take a look at and commentate on the Moonbase parts 3 and part 4. So this is a Second Doctor serial. I always make a point now to refer to them as serials, not stories, because
interesting.
I was reprimanded on Twitter.
Were you?
For that, yes.
I should just ignore any reprimands on Twitter, mate. It's all full of monsters anyway.
So
not you, obviously. You're a nice person.
No, I said, oh, thank you. I'll take that on board.
Thanks for that one. I will cogitate that.
Yeah.
Feedback.
Block.
Sorry.
So we're going to continue taking a look at this. We've got a couple of comments from people on these serials as well, these stories. So, Paul, if you've got iPlayer up...
I do have it up. It's been up for a little while here, mate.
Okay. So if you're watching at home, put your DVD in or fire it up on iPlayer. And we'll do a 3, 2, 1 and then hit play.
Oh, okay, go for it.
You started already. All right. 3.
No. You crack on.
3, 2, 1.
Play!
There we go.
Diddly-dum, swirly. Love the swirly thing.
So how did they do this one?
I don't know, mate. Just pointing a camera. I think they pointed the camera at its own feed, didn't they? And then scribbled it all together and then put some graphics over it.
Yeah.
The old Doctor Who. That's a font, isn't it? That.
Yeah,
it's amazing because eventually when they redo it for Patrick Troughton's first full series after this, they went into Times New Roman, didn't they? Which is quite fun. I think Times New Roman is an underrated font or an overused font.
Do you
one
think?
Or the other.
What's your opinion on Comic Sans and Papyrus?
I hate it. Comic Sans sucks big time. People use Comic Sans because they want to be fun and funky, but actually, no, you're not. You're just a prick. So
Paul is in a good mood.
It's that time of night. Anyway, we're talking over Doctor Who, man. We can't be doing that. This was a massive cliffhanger. When the Cybermen, massive clanger, the Cybermen are now fully outed on the Moonbase.
Yes.
They've stopped lurking in the shadows. They've stopped poisoning the sugar, for whatever reason. And they're about to do their vile, nasty thing. They're facing off against the Doctor, and I just realised I don't have subtitles on. I thought, there we go.
I've got the sound up a little bit. Now, are you going to treat people with a continuation of last week's Cyberman kitchen sink drama?
Well, I might do. It depends how the fancy takes me. Oh, I love that spaceship. You see that little spaceship left like someone throwing a hubcap on the moon?
Yes.
That's brilliant. You don't get that anymore, do you?
That's very Dalek-like, actually, that, isn't it? It's a classic
it might well have even been a Dalek saucer left over from years
flipped
back.
Upside down, yeah.
Who knows? But I do like the Moonbase little model. That there. That's pretty cool.
It's cool, isn't it?
It's very 60s. I love 60s chic.
Now, am I imagining it, or did I see that?
Yeah, probably.
Big Finish are doing some sort of Cyberman special.
Oh yes, they're going to feature every single kind of Cyberman that's ever been evered in the whole history of Doctor Who.
Let's look it up quickly.
On audio.
On audio, yeah.
So I don't know. So what's that? They're going to do all the different voice modulations and leave the rest to your imagination, I guess, or have some artwork with them all on. I don't know. I mean, it's a great idea, but like, why? What's the point? I'm sure the story's going to be fabulous, and I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to love it. But I can't help thinking, why? I mean, we had Asylum of the Daleks, right? Which was, it was a story some people loved, some people hated, or whatever. And I thought it was pretty cool, and that visually featured every Dalek.
Yeah.
But it was you can only really see all those when you pause the when you pause the frame and then go looking at it. It was brilliant to see the special weapons Dalek, or the Abomination, as we call him. So, but on audio, it's just gonna be Nick Briggs doing a whole bunch of voices, isn't it? Really. So good, but slightly, I don't know, diminished. Does that sound terrible? Does that make me a bad person if I'm not really that excited by it? Thanks, mate.
Makes you an awful person. Yeah, I can't find anything about it on the website here. There's a War Doctor thing coming out with the Cybermen, but that's. I
think that's it. I think it is. I think it's within the Time War, so it's either a War Doctor or something like that. So, because then it would make sense, I guess, wouldn't it? Because there's all kind of timey shenanigans going on.
Yeah.
These animations are great. I love these. Do you ever think? I don't know. I mean, some of the animations,
Well,
some hit and some miss, I guess.
well,
But I think this one's a definite hit.
if people are interested, we did do a special episode on the
Did
animations.
we?
We did.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I
Good
remember
Lord.
now. Well done, Jeff. Oh, he
And
doesn't look well, does he?
we've also done podcast episodes where we talk about this TV show, Doctor Who.
Yes,
In
that old
case
thing.
you've forgotten. Yes, we did discuss the
We
animations.
did.
But this is a really good one. Yeah, the sort of styling of it's cool, and the quality as well. And obviously they're produced on a bit of a budget, so there's repetition of animation in it, and it's sort of simplistic in places. But I think it works really well.
I think this is really good. I mean, there's a lot of lighting on this. There's a lot of shading, and there's depth and variation.
Yeah.
There's
And
motion. There's camera motion as well
yeah,
as motion of the flat objects as well.
yes.
It's really smart. I do like it.
And also let's be honest. They don't have to spend the money on doing this and the time
Well,
and
they don't
effort.
anymore, do they? Really? I don't think.
Well, do you know? I wonder if they'll do a
He's going
future
to say it.
Lost.
Here we go. No.
They're going to make it with puppets.
Oh, finger puppets like finger bobs.
Yeah. No, they'll spit it. They'll put it into
You
grok
will
or
be
something,
like
won't they?
us.
And
Yeah,
we'll get a
probably
lovely
something like that.
AI version of thing.
Oh, there we go. I knew you'd say it eventually. The forbidden words,
I
verboten.
wonder if they will, but
Well, someone's already had a dabble with the AI
oh,
animator, haven't they?
is this the Tom Baker
He,
action figure
he
that was
whom we shall
moving?
not speak. Eh?
Is that who are you talking about?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, there was a Tom Baker action figure that started moving, going around on Twitter the
Oh,
other
was
day.
there?
Yeah, that proved popular.
Oh, I saw that. That was fun. Yeah, when he was just running against TARDIS or something. Yeah. That little clip.
Fun.
No, of course it was fun. Yeah, it's just a little thing, isn't it? It's like, hey, look at this. It's all right, they're not trying to recreate an entire serial, just an AI, like the person I was thinking of, whose name shall not
Oh, I
be
know who
mentioned.
you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God.
Mate,
Please
that
don't.
Tom Baker running thing is just like doing something in PowerPoint. It's literally just that. It's someone playing around with a bit of software, having a bit of fun.
Yeah.
They're not trying to make any grand statements by it. They're not like going on LinkedIn and saying, AI is the future. You need to sack all your workforce and start doing AI. You know what I mean?
If you're not on LinkedIn, then you should join it to look at the AI slot.
Yeah. Look
Oh
at
Lord.
this. Or actually, even better than that, Jeff's reaction to the AI slot, which actually just gets me out of bed every morning. Oh, I wonder what he's commented on today. And yeah,
I should
you
stop,
you are so against it, mate. It's just unreal.
but it's not unreal. I think it's really important to.
It's not going away, though, is it? It's literally here to stay, and it's going to
Yeah, I
get
know.
better and better and better. You can rage against the tide as much as you like. The beach is still going to get wet. So
It is
what do you do? Do you stay there in your trunks, or do you buy a diving suit? Choice is yours. That's the way I say.
Well, when your job is
Or
gone,
even open up a beachfront on diving suits that sells diving suits. Even better. You're sorted then. Opportunities, mate. You've got to change what you do. You've got to adapt, I know it's going to be difficult for some, and, AI's affected my business, but you pivot, you move, you change, you somehow, embrace the future, or at least find an opportunity within it. Otherwise, you're going to die. It's as simple as that.
yeah,
You
well,
become better than the Cybermen. That's for sure.
yeah, well, we shouldn't talk about it because I have very strong views about it.
He does.
Um,
Yeah, you do. Yeah. A bit
Because
old-fashioned.
I think it affects my livelihood more than yours probably.
Mate, there are so many things that can affect your livelihood. AI is just one of the many things, but it's one of the things that is nowhere near as good as all the hyperbole is selling it out as.
Oh no, it's not. No, but
It's not. So at the moment, it's not even a threat. Right now, it's in that point where you think, well, okay, is it something I can use? Is it something I can take advantage of? Or is it something that I just don't even need to bother about at all?
but not really. No,
It's a
because,
tool. It's
you
just
know,
a tool like everything else right now.
yeah. I was just going to change the subject
Rant.
completely and go to a comment from 60s Man on
Yes.
Twitter, who says, I saw this live on original transmission, the best part of 60 years ago. Oh, I realise what he means now. Yes, it was the best part of 60 years ago. When I read it earlier today, I was reading that as it was the best part of 60 years of life. um, I always found Cybermen infinitely more creepier and scarier than the Daleks. Fortunately, the Doctor was there, now a scatty uncle figure rather than the weird old man that the first Doctor was. I agree. I think the Cybermen were always scarier than the Daleks, both in their visual and of what they represent. And then Lynn Morgan has commented in response, those Cybermen freaked me and my sister out. So the Cyberman is ordering people around here at this point, isn't he? You will leave your places and go over there, and there's lots of people looking stern and moody here.
It's a very moody serial.
Yeah, yeah. They're just standing around, not doing much here. Oh, here you go.
That's one thing about some of these older stories is there's a lot of dialogue, like a lot of talky talk.
Yeah, and do you think that it's quite well sort of known that a lot of older serials are 6 episodes long, and they probably don't need to be that long, but then I think that was the way things were back then. And
there's not that many Troughton serials which are more than 4 episodes.
No.
There's a few, but they're few and far between, I think.
There was a few Pertwee like that, wasn't there? But
I think Pertwee's tended to be 2 4-parters and 3 6-parters in a season, something like that.
But then
apart from the first season where they were all 7-part, apart from Spearhead from Space, which is 4. That's crazy.
I think that, they were working with not obviously a massive budget and the limitations of the time and things like that. And so it tended to be a bit of, padding perhaps to fill things out to hit a runtime requirement, episode requirement. But then on the flip side of that, I'm not sure that I particularly like this thing of chopping down old serials to an hour and a half long and things. What do you think? My view is that they are what they are from the time, and I think that's how they are.
I agree.
Mutilate them into something quote unquote modern.
Mutilate. You're using some very loaded language there, my friends. Edited. If someone accused you of mutilating the footage, the 12-hour footage that you shot, into a 3-minute promo video, it's basically that. What's going to get people watching it? Are the kids these days going to watch a 10-part serial? 10 episodes of 25 minutes, or do they want it all boiled down into an hour and a half? So to be fair, to answer your question, I think it just depends on the quality of the edit, and whether the story is retained enough that you can understand it. I mean, don't forget, over the years, Doctor Who has been cut down in various forms. Anyway, there was Genesis of the Daleks was cut down into a 90-minute special. I think the Green Death Pertwee one was, and a few others along the years. I can't reel them all off just now, but to fill out those longer stories, there's like an A plot and a B plot, and sometimes there's even a C plot. So what they've done with a lot of those things is get rid of the B or C plot and just focus on the main A plot. And in a lot of ways, it hasn't actually hurt the story at all. You can still get to where you're going from, by watching it. And I think that's essentially the same with some of the recent edits. But there's a danger that in cutting down to hit a minute deadline, if you like, that you end up chopping the wrong things out. Was it Andrew Cartmel who said to us, right, when they were editing The Curse of Fenric, they did the wrong thing. They were trying to reduce 27 or 30 minutes of footage into 23 and a half minutes, and they were just chopping bits off every scene to try and make it fit.
Yes,
and what happened was it was just it didn't make sense. There was a lot of logic missing. Whereas what they should have done was taken Nicholas Parsons out, because in a way that's kind of like the B plot. The difficulty with Fenric is that B plot gives so much weight and character and emotion to the A plot. So you take that out and you've just got something very shallow on top. So editing isn't as easy, I think, as a lot of us would like to think. And I think it varies from story to story. So I think we've all got our own preferences as to what works and what doesn't. And it is literally just that, I think, your preference. You know, nobody's going to edit something like this down into a short chunk to try and, you know, attract the kids and get it right for everybody.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's kind of how I feel.
I think that's quite an important thing to remember with, you know, anything really. You know, people behind it have done it the way they think works. You know, for them,
and for better or worse, they're the people employed to do that. You know, they're paid to do it. So you know, and if you don't like it, don't buy it, don't watch it. It's kind of that simple, really. Benoit, I love Benoit still wearing his neckerchief.
I was trying to think, Knives Out, isn't it?
Yeah. Remain still. That was a bit of Cyberman there, wasn't it? Imagine if we had West Country Cyberman. That'd be cool.
I was going to say country Cyberman, the countryman.
Good. Is that Cyberman speaking now? Is he saying that? We are not receiving you over if you hear us and cannot transmit fire sodium rockets. What does that even mean? It's a distress rocket, you fool. It ejects sodium into space. I love when they fluff their lines.
I'm just going to read a comment that is over on Blue Sky. Greg Cox says, these are the Cybermen I like the most. Not over-designed and easily the best voices. Moonbase is a good story, though the effects vary from the very good, the cyber gun deflected by the gravitron, to awful cybership landing / takeoff. Troughton's Doctor is my third favourite behind Pertwee and Tom Baker. So, what's your thought on the Cyberman voices? I really like these ones as well.
Yeah, they're all right. Actually, they're a lot easier to understand than some of the ones that came later. There's a sort of I think in Tomb of the Cybermen they flattened them out even more, didn't they? So it's very difficult to understand what they're saying without subtitles on. For me, anyway.
Yes, I agree, because we've watched that, haven't we? For an episode, and I remember thinking they were quite hard to, you know, understand.
So these are almost like that, but they're still reasonably distinct, and I think they look kind of weird with the tape around their mouths and their eyes as well. So again, it's like the Tomb. Yeah, it's the Tomb design, but it's slightly rougher. It's not quite refined as that yet. Because don't forget, this was the first time we'd seen them since the 10th Planet, the Mondasian Cybermen, right? So they already look very different to those originals, even in this form. And I love the golf balls. I think we should all wear plastic golf practice balls on our clothing more often. That should definitely be the look of the future, in my opinion.
I just wanted to look up what is the? Okay, yeah, they are. They're pickleballs.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what you use in pickleball. Yeah.
I love practice golf balls and vacuum cleaner hose.
Yeah, I'm not going to do the voice, but you can imagine the designers. Yes, we need pickleballs.
Yes. I think it's just looking at what materials you can get for the money you've got. And actually, I don't know how new those things would have been back in 1966. They might have been quite new inventions then, you know.
Like bubble. I like that little bit of animation there where they had Troughton mop his brow.
Yeah.
Did you catch that?
I did catch that, yeah. And there's some deadly Cybermen goo squirting out of their chest units. I kind of missed that. What is this? It's sodium, right? Salt. Is that what they're spraying?
Is it salt at the end of the universe?
I think so. I can't remember now. No.
It's actually reminding me of Stitch in Lilo and Stitch, who have to squirt him with water when he's naughty.
I missed that. Quick, get these things off their heads. This is the partially... Are they converted, these guys with the plague?
Yeah, it's giving them a huge quiff. That's what it's done.
Yeah. It's quite grim, though, isn't it? It looks pretty good, that plague. Little veins around their face.
Praxius-like in a way.
Yeah. Well, it does on the animation. I think in the film segments, it's probably not quite so much like that.
No. So I might have asked you already, but do you have a favourite edition of the Cybermen?
I don't know really. I never really thought about it. Um, I kind of like the Invasion Cybermen, I guess,
Mm,
because I think for me, the Cybermen with the side pieces and then the handles, right?
yeah.
So like they've got the head thing with the stripes
Mm,
on, and they got the handles. Well, in the
mm,
Invasion, they sort of bulked them out sideways a bit,
yeah.
didn't they? So they had like the
Yeah.
boxy things, and then the handles going in. So they looked
Yeah.
even more alien-like and even wider. And I think also because they were sort of similar to the Revenge of the Cybermen, if you like. So, and me growing up in the '60s, that kind of design was the Cybermen, right? There wasn't
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
other that I was aware of for years and years. And it was only I only really saw the Cybermen on TV when I watched Earthshock when that was first on. So what was that, 1981? And they looked quite
Yeah.
different even then. It was still recognisably Cybermen. It was still like that shock at the end of part one, like, oh my gosh, is that a Cyberman? Is it really? It is. The Cybermen are back. The first time I've seen Cybermen, it was very exciting. Shock. I love that story.
Yeah. Earthshock is really good. Yeah. Um, the first ones I saw were the Silver
Yeah.
Nemesis
Oh, of
ones.
course. Yeah. The
Which I've talked about
80s.
before. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they look really cool.
I think they do actually. I think of the 80s Cybermen, I think the Silver Nemesis ones are probably for me the best.
Mm,
Maybe. I'm trying to think what they look like now.
yeah, I'm
Or
just
the ones
looking
in
them up
Five
now.
Doctors. Yeah, the Five Doctors ones had the. Yes, no, Silver Nemesis. It was all like it was like a flight suit, wasn't it? A
Yeah.
sprayed sort of dirty grey silver, but the faces, the helmets are really, really shiny. They've
Yes.
got
Yeah, they
some
are.
brasso out on them.
Yeah. And the invasion ones, yeah, and you're right, the head is a lot bulkier on
Mm.
there. Um, I think I'd say the Cybermen are my favourite recurring
Are they?
enemy. To be
Yeah.
honest, I like the concept of them,
Mm.
and I really like the design. And so even this one, here, if you kind of look at it like the evolution of the Cybermen
Mm.
throughout the years, this is obviously kind of an earlier version, and I quite like the sort of slightly domed
Yeah, I
head
kind of do as
and
well.
the
Yeah.
tape around the mouth and stuff.
Mm.
I think they look pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I like the Silver Nemesis sort of
Mm.
style, Attack of the Cybermen style a bit more. I'm
Yeah.
slightly less keen on Nightmare in Silver because they were just
Oh,
sort
when
of
they were
Iron
upgraded, they
Man.
were super quick for one story.
Yeah,
Mm.
and I mean that in itself is not really like
What's happening to this Cyberman? He's got goo coming out of his mouth. I'll tell
he
you
just
what.
threw he just bottled him.
Yeah. For a race
Um,
of supposedly indestructible or almost indestructible alien robotic cyborg beings, they're brought down low by some pretty mundane objects and fluids, are they not?
but it's not vinegar.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying? I kind of interrupted you, didn't I?
Um, oh yes, I didn't dislike the Nightmare and Silver ones being
Yeah,
able to
that was
run
it. Yeah.
fast, but the design, the
Mm.
design was a bit, it's just a silver Iron Man, really, wasn't it? And he already looked cool.
They were quite sleek, I thought, weren't they? Because we
Yeah, they were.
when they first came back in the modern series, they were quite chunky, industrial,
Mhm.
solid steel-looking kind of things, weren't they? From an
Yeah,
alternative universe. And then
yes,
Nightmare
that's
in
right.
Silver,
Yeah,
they'd trimmed them back down, so they were a lot sleeker. Maybe slightly more feminine looking in their silhouette. And then but I think even in the modern series, they changed again. I like the ones we saw in the Timeless Children, which is kind of like almost back to the '70s style with the boxy heads. So I out of the modern series types, I think those are my favourites. But we've had some cracking good looking Cybermen in some of the comics over the years as well, where
oh
they've really
yes.
sort of gone with it. I think my favourite out of all those
Oh, can I just say
is
sorry? I love the spikes on the shoulders in Timeless Children. That's
dear.
we're not having
You're just an old punk rocker,
pickleballs.
really, aren't you?
We're going to have spikes. So
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, you were talking about the comics because you just
Yeah,
read the
yeah.
recent Titan comic, didn't you?
I did. I did read that. Yeah, Everyone Must Go, which I thought was cool. So that's got some really scary, horrific, zombie-looking Cybermen in it because their Cybermen is remembered by a child who was traumatized them at a really young age. So that was brilliant. But the ones the Cybermen in The Flood, which is an Eighth Doctor story, and I think the artwork was by Adrian Salmon. Apologies if it isn't. I'm just trying to remember stuff at the top
I'll
of my
look
head.
it up.
And they looked gorgeous. Striking. Almost insect-like, but very futuristic and minimal, like a kind of squeezed, reduced Giacometti figure with a robotic shell. They just look astonishing, and they were pretty good in that. So
Yeah, they're very sleek looking, aren't they? Yeah,
yeah,
they've got a triangular kind of
they do.
head
Yeah, it's that sort of V shape.
shape with yeah.
So now
Yeah,
these
that's
guys on the
quite cool.
Moonbase think they've destroyed the Cybermen with their packets of vinegar salt or whatever, but now actually there's more on the way. This is where we get this brilliant bit of music, I think, isn't it? The March of the Cybermen.
Is that what
And
it's
that
called?
iconic image there, right at the end of that Cyberman looking into space. That is brilliant. That's the sort of thing that stays with a generation.
Yeah,
And it really looks good on the animation, I've got to say.
yeah, it does. Yeah,
I kind of get the feeling when we go back to the film segment, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed.
is there
So
only
we'll get
going
the
to be three of
reprise
them?
of that last couple of minutes or so,
Yeah,
won't we, when episode 4 kicks in.
yes, yeah. We'll just let the creds run here.
The creds. Any more comments?
No, I don't think so. I have just messaged our chat group to say any thoughts.
Everyone's
But
in
no
bed, mate.
one's.
We're doing this really,
Yeah,
really late,
yeah,
which is probably why I'm so grumpy. I get grumpy when it's after
yeah.
9
You do,
o'clock.
but unfortunately, early sessions are not doable for me. Um, so that's
Oh, it
that.
sucks to you, Laville, basically. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Well, no, not really. I think if we want to do it though, it's got to be a bit later. Oh,
I
well, I'll
do
tell you
like
what we
these.
can. Uh,
Mm.
oh, it's still going. The music stopped. We have the
Oh,
Who. Oh, yes.
what?
Um, the
I was
Who
expressing
call.
excitement.
I
Go
thought
on.
something had happened.
No.
Um, hold on. Right, let's make sure this goes through. Next episode. Uh, okay, so in 10, 9, so we'll just let that go through. I can hear myself in your ears, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Mm,
Try that.
okay, all right, starting. So we've got the Who Corner to Corner 2025 listener survey, haven't we, at the
We
moment?
do, yes.
So, if you're listening and you would like to fill out our questionnaire to tell us what you think tell us what you think of us, you can drop us a DM or a message on Facebook or wherever, really, and let us know, and we'll send you the link. We're not putting it sort of publicly at the moment, are we? Because we want people that listen to us to comment and actually feedback and give us hopefully useful comments. But we've had a few responses so far, haven't we? How many people did it last time?
It's about 140 last time.
Was it really? Yeah,
As we
we need
put it out
to.
as on a public link, though.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, true. But maybe we could do that in time. But yeah, just having a quick look over the things here.
So
Let's
while
see.
you're doing that, I'm looking at so this is the film segment now of the bit that was oh god, mate, it's such a mess. Why do we record so late at night? Honestly, nothing works in my head. I know why we do, but it's a struggle. I'm not going to lie, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, so we're watching episode 4. So this is the first couple of minutes, which comprises of the last couple of minutes of the previous episode, which is quite interesting because then we can compare the animation to the film segments. And I thought it might disappoint, but actually it looks pretty good. There's a nice bit of tension, some really quite moody camera shots. It's filmed quite low. The camera's held quite low down, I think, which is almost like a modern way of filming, isn't it, Mr.
Well,
Jeff?
it makes things look more threatening when you do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. You can't always achieve that with those big pedestal studio cameras they used to have, I don't think. No. So it's almost, it feels almost like a single camera kind of setup.
Yeah. A lot of this stuff, there was no... but exactly like you said, because of the way the cameras were and everything, it was just shoot it. There was no opportunity for a lot of staging and really planning it all.
But again, I don't know if part of the reason that it looks quite moody and atmospheric is because it's quite old black and white. A lot of the DVDs, especially the Blu-rays, they've all been vidfied, haven't they? So they've all got lines of resolution put back in to the film. So they're a lot sharper now to fill our big, beautiful 4K UHD TVs without causing artifacts and various movement errors and things like that. But I think we probably lose something in that process. Because I'm watching this on a tiny little laptop, and it's the iPlayer video and the bit rate and everything is not as good as the even the old DVDs, let alone the Blu-rays. But there's something about it, it is very moody, it's very atmospheric, it's grainy, it's almost cinematic, and the threat conveys itself through what I'm actually seeing. Even the hubcap that they've abandoned on the desert somewhere.
That's quite interesting. This is obviously,
look at that shot there, the Cyberman in his little pilot ship. That's really moody.
There
I think that's fabulous. Really, really good.
A product of its time, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's kind of a shame in some ways. I think when stuff gets really cleaned up and digitally improved and all of that.
Wait till they start doing it by AI. Using AI to clean up stuff.
They'll all look soft and plasticky. But you lose,
You lose something, don't you? It's almost like maybe it's like comparing vinyl with CD. We know that CD's better and digital formats, lossless audio and all that kind of thing. And that vinyl, records are kind of scratchy. The resolution of each sound wave is a lot less than you get on a CD even. But somehow they sound better. They're filled with much more emotion and ambience and resonance. And maybe it's the same with these, slightly, ungraded black and white, unvidfied black and white images.
Yeah. Have you seen what they've done to Wizard of Oz?
No. Who's done what to the Wizard of Oz?
Well,
when you say they, who are they? The Illuminati, some mysterious conglomerate of Hollywood elite getting together to disrupt our childhood films?
Whoever owns it, but they're putting it into the Sphere in Vegas.
Oh, really? Oh, interesting.
And so it's being sort of converted to play in a
in one venue.
Well, in the 180 or whatever it is. But obviously, it's requiring massive amounts of kind of additions to the shots.
I bet it does. Because it was one of the widest filmed at the time, wasn't it? In Techniscope, or I don't know if it was Techniscope, but something, some new wide lens that they were using and treatment or something.
They're doing things like, digitally cleaning it all up, but then cutting actors out of scenes to put them into new backgrounds that will work in this screen.
Yeah, that's going to be something that you can only watch in that format, in that particular place, though, isn't it?
Well, yes, it is, of course. But
you're not going to get that on your home streaming or video
you
or
won't,
something.
Because it just literally won't work. No. But it's changing it to fit. It's
maybe
and it looks weird.
Well, it would do, but it's going to fill a sphere, right? So
I get that.
If you want it to fill that, you're going to have to do something to it because it's like 1930, whatever it was, isn't it? It just doesn't have that.
Don't necessarily think it looks good what they're doing.
But it's only in one place. It's all however many spheres there are. Is probably less than half a dozen on the entire planet.
Well, there's only one. But
There's
that's
only
not
one
the
then. There you go. So
point.
there's one place on the entire planet that they want to show the Wizard of Oz in this format. Why is that? I don't know. Is that offensive in some way? Surely you have to do that if you're going to play the Wizard of Oz in there.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I think that literally cutting things up and adding in new backgrounds, I don't like it. But you know,
I don't like it.
it's
Oh, it's all this modern, newfangled nonsense in it, eh?
it's
I don't know. What do you think,
changing
ladies
it.
and gentlemen? Do we embrace the future, or do we turn our back on it and stare through the past with rose-tinted goggles?
Yes, are these conversations not to have on the podcast? Um,
I
no
love the
one
fact that he
has.
puts a little shower cap over his head to sit down in the radiation room or something. The size of their name badges, man, honestly.
Yeah, I was just thinking
It's huge, isn't it?
you could see them better on
See them a
the
mile off.
animation. I love that she's popped
Jamie's
out
just drinking his beer.
yeah, popped out to Starbucks there.
Yeah. Oh, he's got his Guinness. I'm going out of my
That's
Guinness.
what it looks like. Yeah,
So they've got a cyber invasion force or something on the way now, haven't they? It's blipping its way across their scanner
he
screen.
was looking quite excited about it there. That guy.
Who? What's his name? Hobson.
Mm.
He's going to have to make a choice in a minute, I think.
Escape
There's a lot
orbit.
of. I think we said last time, didn't we? This is one of the first, probably the first base under siege story of the Troughton era, unless you count Power of the Daleks, I guess. But I think this is the one where that format kind of finds its shape, isn't it? I think because when you compare this to something like the Ice Warriors, for example, there's a lot of similarities. There's one sort of middle-aged guy in charge of everything. So I think in the Ice Warriors, he's kind of losing it a bit. He's kind of off his trolley slightly. He's under a lot of stress. Whereas Hobson is a lot more collected. But you think, how many Doctor Who stories of this era and into Pertwee's era are there where you've got this institution held together by a single guy who's got to make some really tough decisions?
Yeah.
There's quite a few, actually.
Yeah,
and the Doctor's kind of in there doing his thing.
It was a big part of it all, wasn't it? A very kind of reliable format, and still happens, now, doesn't it? In some ways.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah.
Thinking of Waters of Mars is just very similar.
Yeah.
Bigger scale, perhaps, but still a base under siege.
Yeah. Or maybe even smaller scale, actually. I think because there's quite a tight cast of characters. I mean, scale in terms of the sets and everything. Yeah, definitely. But I think in terms of the drama, it's much. Waters of Mars is much more narrow, and I like it for that. Actually, it's much tighter. It's really quite self-contained, even if it does kind of hit us over the head with the obvious that we've already spotted again and again and again. But that's another thing.
They sort of turned into mermaids there with their
sleeping
on,
bag like a fishtail.
Yeah.
I've got Freya's cold coming at me.
Oh.
She's been coughing and spluttering for the best part of the last 10 days, 2 weeks.
Been a little while now, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. And I've finally felt it this morning. It's come at me as it's coming at me blindsided. And now I'm coughing, I'm spluttering. I've got a pounding headache, and I've got a cold, and I've got the old everything's going on with me, mate. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it tomorrow night. I really don't. And if I did, what kind of a state would I be? Like a quivering jellyfish, I would.
Well, you'll have to let me know if you can't make it.
No, I'll be there, mate. I paid money. What are you on about?
Did you?
Yeah, I told you I had to buy a ticket.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, there's only 2 seats left now.
Really? Wow, that's amazing. Watch out, Ben, behind you. Ugh! It's a half-converted cyber dude. Just run in with a stainless steel trolley. A table thing. Oh, that's brilliant. Do you know what? There's no problem that a little bit of violence won't solve in these things.
No, he's using a ruler to.
He's got one of those big steel rulers. Yeah.
Do you remember those sort of plastic rulers at school that were shatterproof?
And they weren't. Yeah.
Can I break it by putting it at the edge of the table and
Yeah,
twanging it.
test. Used to put it a twang, twang.
That's it. Yeah.
I think
Sort of
kids
sounds
still
like a
do that
Cyberman,
nowadays.
actually,
I
doesn't
don't
it?
know.
Yeah. Yeah. Did I want to
Do
forget
you know? I
that?
mean, we're talking over this thing horribly. It's such a wonderful story, though. It kind of moves, it changes as it goes. It's when you said earlier that if you in a lot of six parters and there upwards, there's a lot of padding, and I think there is, and sometimes it can even happen in the smaller stories in the four parters. But I generally don't think this one has a huge amount of padding at all. It's like the story starts off in part one as a kind of mystery as to who's killing off the base staff or where's this plague coming from.
Mm. Oh, there's some great acting here for needing oxygen. So,
I hope we don't lose that much oxygen. This is great though. I remember the first time I watched this, and I've only seen it once before anyway, but
yeah, well, yeah, it's true, yeah.
I think it's great. It's almost like you have to sort of forget what you're actually seeing in some way, and obviously they're acting it a bit. It's like watching theatre. You forget that you're in a theatre. If the story's strong enough and the actors are bringing you into that story, you know that you're watching cloth backgrounds and it's all on a stage. And it's the same kind of thing with this. But if everything's strong enough, you just go with the story. Everything.
Oh, look, the coffee's boiling a bit there.
What's happened? They got a hole in the glass, haven't they? So they're losing atmosphere. Is that what it is?
Yeah. And their little cloth wasn't going to hold it.
No. So the coffee boiled over long before. Yeah, well, I suppose it would actually. Because I guess with no atmosphere, the air pressure's less, isn't it? So things would boil potentially at a much lower temperature.
That oxygen tube that they had there, it sort of looks a bit gross and made me think of the face hugger appendage because I've been watching Alien Earth.
Oh, recently. Have you?
Yeah.
I'm waiting till there's a few more episodes and I can just binge it in one foul swoop. Is it good? You enjoying it?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. The Earth element appears to be sort of irrelevant, really, because it's all on a ship, really.
Tell me nothing. I'm avoiding everything. I don't need to tell me anything.
It's good. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying it. Yeah. But the face huggers, thing, it sort of looks like that. Oxygen pipe things there.
But they have those in the first Alien movie, don't they? When it comes in through when Ripley tries to stop them bringing it in, they have like the masks on. Ash and Dallas.
I mean the bit that comes out of the face hugger.
Oh, out of the face hugger. Right, I got you.
Yeah. I can't remember where you see it in, but it's when it's trying to get you.
See the strings on that hubcap again.
Oh, yeah.
That looks, that's quite hard to swallow, to be honest.
Yeah.
But you got to go with it, get the strings.
60 years ago.
I know. And you would have seen that on these tiny little TV sets. No. And what were they even like? 325 line? Mostly? I think you might have had 405 at that point, but 325 lines of resolution. That's all you had. So you'd never seen strings on that.
No.
But it still looks moody. Look at this. That's a great shot. I love that. It's kind of mysterious and slightly alien looking and weird.
Yeah. Just thinking, do we ever see... Oh, we do see Cybermen ships, don't we? Because we quite often see Dalek ships, and they've always got those kind of, cone, sort of pillar things that are sort of curved, aren't they?
Right. Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Yeah.
In the inside of a Dalek ship.
Yeah, in the inside, yeah. But we do see Cybermen ships sometimes, don't we?
Sometimes.
Bounced off it.
Yeah. It does bounce stuff. Where's that gone? Go on, try again, Rob. Yeah, miss again, John. Jesus, man, you check the aim on that thing. God, that's it. I'm done. I'm out of here.
He has a look, and then
I'm done. You guys are on your own.
Forget it.
Yeah. Forget this bullshit. I'm not having any part of this. Sorry, Some of the feedback that came back from our survey was that we should cut down on the swearing a bit,
Oh yeah,
which I hold my hands up entirely. So I will make a conscious decision to cut it down a bit. Oh dear. Oh, they're all dressed down to their t-shirts now, apart from the Doctor. I think Patrick Troughton's brilliant, you know. He's such a good Doctor.
He is, yeah. Yeah.
And he actually looks really young in this as well, doesn't he?
How old is he here? He'll be in his 40s, isn't he?
Early 40s, I think, yeah. 41, 42. Can't remember.
I think his outfit makes him look older, doesn't it, in a way?
Possibly, yeah. A bit shabby looking.
Mm.
That's it. Keep your shower cap on, sunshine.
Why is he wearing that?
They've got to wear this, I think. Is it radiation or something? There's some sort of energy wave.
It's just
affects their brains.
Pull it down on your head. You don't look stupid.
But I'm sure I used to see my grandma wearing that sort of thing when she come out of the shower.
Look, there's actually quite a lot of them there walking across the moon in faux slow-mo. I thought maybe the animation had enhanced it, but no.
Is it slow-mo? Did they overcrank the camera or something on this to make it appear slow-mo, or were they just walking slowly?
This is on video, isn't it? So
this bit I think was filmed
really?
on 35mm, possibly.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so maybe then, yeah,
possibly. I'm sure someone will correct me if that's not true, but I think
just,
those exteriors were all filmed at Ealing Studios. I think on the film set.
I imagine that they're just walking
probably, yeah,
in slow-mo.
So now, when everything is kind of going to the wall, and the Cybermen are looking relentless, because that's a great thing about Cybermen is the relentlessness of them. They failed, they'll try again, they'll keep on coming, and they won't stop unless you absolutely, utterly defeat them. And they tried everything. I think, as I was saying before, I got cut off with my stupid internet. Yes, it's my internet this time. Is part 1 is about the mystery of what's going on with the plague and everything else. Part 2 is like leading up to the reveal of the Cybermen. Part 3 is that battle with the Cybermen that have been revealed, and they think they've got them all. But then Part 4 is like this final battle for the Earth, basically. And that whole thing, that threat to the Earth, has been building since the start of episode 1, minute 1, when we saw the gravitron and the weather patterns and learned what would happen if it all went south. And now they're using the gravitron to somehow make the Cybermen float away.
Now that's got to surely be on wires, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Kirby wires.
That's pretty cool.
And the spaceship. The thing is, sadly, the spaceship looks a hell of a lot smaller than the Cybermen.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Yeah,
they shrink them as they go in, or something. Grandad's happy. Bless him. He's going to put the party on.
Here's an idea. So we get some novels. Some novels are sometimes turned into TV episodes, and some audios get sometimes turned into TV episodes. But what about remaking an old story? You know, taking this and redoing it with a.
I don't know, mate. I don't know. That offends me more than any of your other ideas. Yeah, that's different. That's. Why would you just not write?
Well,
just not do new stories.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think there's any point, with the audios, that you have to sort of assume that there's a large chunk of the audience that won't have heard them. So adapting it, is putting it to new people
as well.
Exactly, yeah. But even if there's people who haven't seen this story here, for example, remaking it with a newer Doctor.
Yeah, but what's the
really
point? I mean, all you'd be doing. You could take the same script, couldn't you? I suppose, and do the same story. But the thing is, this story is kind of repeated so much throughout Doctor Who. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's like it's pointless doing it. You just write another Base Under Siege story and just follow the same plot beats. It wouldn't be the first time it's been repeated. So I can't see the point in a way.
No, I agree. But that TARDIS is quite bad, though, isn't it?
Battered, yeah, totally, yeah. Completely. Nice little pan across the moon with its craters. This is before anybody had actually been to the moon, isn't it? This is 66. So he didn't go to the moon till 69. So this is all based on lots of other sci-fi type stuff with the moon.
Oh, he's changed his outfit.
Yeah, we're in the TARDIS now, and the TARDIS has special powers to change the Doctor's outfit. I think this is what he's wearing under his jacket, possibly. Oh, no, it's the spacesuit, isn't it? It's the overall from the spacesuit.
Yes, you're right.
He just took the goldfish bowls off.
Yeah.
See, if this was the modern series, they'd all be wearing the red, the red spacesuit.
Yeah, and they change clothes by burning them off.
SB6. Yeah. Oh, look at that macro claw. Dramatic orchestral music. This is where they are now. Do you know what? I love the Macra Terror. Never able to watch it until it was animated, because there's literally tiny fragments of that exist, and it's really far out and creepy and weird and surreal and unsettling and just freaky. It's like listening to a Genesis album, like Lamb Lies Down on Broadway or something like that. It's just got that really bizarre vibe to it.
Just looking at the whole rest of the series is animated, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Macra Terror, Faceless Ones.
Yeah, the Faceless
Evil
Ones
and the Daleks.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I enjoyed watching that. I feel like we should do a bit more Second Doctor stuff, shouldn't we?
I think we should. Maybe some First Doctor as well. And,
yes, we haven't done that.
Definitely do some First Doctor. In fact, I've got the perfect story for the First Doctor. I'm going to put my hat into the ring and say we should watch the War Machines.
Okay.
Which is not too far behind this one. It's only like a year or so previous. It's like 4 stories before. Okay. 5, 6. Anyway, it's not too far away. I was like the end of season 3, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's have a look at that. Yeah.
That's a good one. Loads to
get on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, if you've listened this far, thank you, and I hope you've enjoyed this. And we will be back soon. We've got some quite exciting stuff coming up with some guest interviews. I forgot to tell you about one. I'll tell you when we finish.
Always exciting.
Yeah, so thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time on Who Corner to Corner. Take it easy.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.